Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Nicoletta Pantela, and I am a project manager and researcher at CARDET. Thank you for attending today's presentation, and of course we would like to thank the organizers for hosting this European conference. Before we proceed to our main focus today, which is the presentation entitled Tools and Practices to Support STEM and STEAM Education, I will give you an overview of CARDET, of what we do at the organization and who we are. So, okay, so CARDET is an independent, non-profit, non-governmental research and development organization based in Cyprus. We are celebrating our 18 years of contribution with more than 300 projects and partners in more than 45 countries. Our vision is to become the leading research and development institute in the Euro-Mediterranean region in the areas of education, sustainable development, and technology empowered solutions. And our mission is to improve the quality of life through education, innovation, research, and development. CARDET has four core expertise. The first one is partnership and development. The second one is research and evaluation. The third one is policy and advocacy. And the fourth one is capacity building. Here you can see, just a moment. Here you can see some of our global partners. Among others, we are closely collaborating with Yale University, the University of Nicosia, and the Cyprus Pedagogical Institute. So about today's presentation, we will go through the following topics: STEM and STEAM education, the current status in Cyprus, interdisciplinary teaching methodologies, tools and platforms for STEAM and STEM education, and girls in STEM. So about the first part, which is STEAM and STEM education. STEAM is a pedagogical framework that utilizes science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It shifts the responsibility of learning from the teachers to the students. Of course, it promotes interdisciplinarity, and it focuses on process rather than outcomes. And it focuses on the cultivation of 21st century skills to solve real-world problems, such as communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. STEM education, on the other hand, integrates all the aspects of STEAM education, including the fields of arts. And when it comes to arts, we mean the fine arts, literature, theater, music, photography, etc. What is the current status in Cyprus? In primary education, science and mathematics focus on authentic learning. The lesson design and technology, digital technologies, aligns with STEAM education. In secondary education, the lessons mathematics, science, physics, design and technology, and computer focus on realistic problems and are linked to the labor market and society. The Ministry of Education implemented the STEM schools in primary and secondary education, which is a pilot program at schools. The Cyprus Pedagogical Institute, which serves as the responsible actor for teachers' professional development, encourages and supports STEAM projects and programs. the grammar school, private school in Cyprus was the very first school that integrated STEAM education in its curriculum. And overall, we have other private and public initiatives that are mainly short-term. Now, moving to interdisciplinary teaching methodologies, we will review three main methodologies. And we will see how they can be used to support STEAM education. The interdisciplinary teaching methodologies focuses on learners rather than the teacher. Therefore, the educator does not serve as the main source of knowledge, but the knowledge is being acquired through collaborative, effective collaboration between students, their peers, and the teacher. The first one is inquiry-based learning, which is founded on the theory of constructivism. It focuses on scientific processes, such as the research, hypothesis, data collection, and analysis, and it is driven by questioning and raising questions. It can be implemented as follows. Students are asking questions, then they investigate the issue, they create an experiment to test their hypothesis, they discuss with their peers, and then they reflect on the results. Then the second one, it is very similar to inquiry-based learning, but problem-based learning focuses on problems, on solving complex real-world problems. Again, it follows the same structure with the problem scenario, identification of key facts, brainstorming, self-directed learning where students are looking for information and solutions. Then they are trying to combine the new knowledge with some pre-existing knowledge, possibly. They apply the information and then they analyze the results and conclude to a viable solution. Then a third one that we would like to discuss is design thinking process. Design thinking was adapted for business purposes mainly, but in schools it can be utilized to promote creativity and innovation in problem solving through the use of prototyping. It consists of 5 stages where students empathize around the topic. They define, again, brainstorming, prototyping, and then testing their solution, their prototype, and they are making any adjustments. In general, such approaches promote active engagement, curiosity, creativity, experimentation, and aspects that are used, that are all closely connected to STEAM education and the overall philosophy. Moving on to some tools and platforms that we recommend for STEAM and STEM education. All are closely connected to projects that run at Cartet and are, of course, available online. So the first one is the professional development course for educators, which was developed in the context of Into STEAM project. Into STEAM project aims at fostering innovative pedagogical approaches using STEAM practices in primary education through gender-inclusive practices. The course, the professional development course for educators, is available in the link that you can see here, and it covers 6 thematic areas. The first one is Introduction to STEAM, Inclusive Practices. Then we have Interdisciplinary Teaching Methodologies, Lesson Plan Design, Technological Tools, and Assessment in STEM Education. We have also developed a toolkit with a collection of lesson plans and additional educational resources, along with guidelines for educators that all will be soon available on the project website that you can see on the bottom of the slide. Moving to the next tool is an e-learning platform which focuses on robotics and coding. This e-learning platform is developed in the framework of Rombo Girls project, and which aspires to empower girls, young girls in the STEAM field, with the aim to encourage them to pursue a relevant career in the future. The educational material is for both primary and secondary education and includes ready-to-use lesson plans, workshops, activities for thematic school days. And in all this material, we are using various technological equipment and online software relevant to robotics and coding. In this context, we are in the process of developing a career choice scenario, a career choice simulator that targets girls, and it includes 5 different STEM professions. Girls will be able to use this career choice simulator and experiment, let's say, with a specific task. They will be given a specific scenario of a STEM profession. And of course, the ready-to-use material will be accessible here by the end of the year for our teachers to use. Then we have the open educational resources that were developed in the context of STEAM It Up project. STEAM It Up project is aligned with the horizontal priority open education and innovation practices in a digital era. Since STEM education is utilized as the methodology of the project, STEM education subserves the use of digital technologies through creativity and collaboration, and this philosophy was used in the lesson plans and the good practices and the activities that were developed and can be found in the STEAM It Up website. And for the purpose of the STEAM It Up project, an online platform is also available for educators who are interested in gaining deeper understanding about STEM education and the different aspects. The last one is a STEM knowledge platform that will be developed for the purpose of Sapphire project. And the STEM knowledge platform will be accessible to be used from educators, researchers, experts, students, professionals that are interested in the field of STEM education, and will consist of innovative teaching and learning approaches and resources. The key aspects here is personalized learning, creativity, innovation, and collaboration. In this context, also a STEM handbook will be developed which includes theoretical and practical information for schools, such as activities for STEM classes, for young children as well as for adults, training for trainers, etc. So the final part of the presentation is an overview of the girls in STEM, of the situation of girls in the STEM field. So let's first address the need. And as the European Parliament said, it acknowledged the importance of increasing the share of women in STEM sector to fulfill women's rights and potentials, as well as to build a more sustainable and inclusive economy and society. For this reason, the European Parliament will implement a digital education action plan, which will encourage women to participate in STEM in order to boost also their confidence in the digital era. So here are some good practices to engage girls in STEM. The first one is the promotion of female STEM professionals. We can also have meetings and discussions with female STEM professionals. We can encourage them to participate in STEM activities. We should provide equal opportunities in the STEM field. We can create mixed groups with equal number of boys and girls. We can use interdisciplinary teaching and learning approaches that promotes collaboration between boys and girls, and of course to try to eliminate all forms of discrimination, that this is not a girl's work or this is a boy's work and they should do it. So that's all from our side. Thank you very much for following this presentation, and we remain at your disposal for any further clarification or information you might need. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicoletta. Are there any questions from the audience, physical audience or online audience? You can answer the question in Greek and we can translate if you like. I have one quick question, Nicoletta. This yes. STEM platform that you mentioned is under development, and you mentioned pupils, whatever, but what age group are you targeting exactly?
Okay, for the STEM knowledge platform,
yes,
right?
Yes.
The platform will be addressed to youth students, so from 13 years until 19 years old. So we will cover the secondary education.